Quick, don't put too much for me matter. And when you go stop, when you go tire. As me name drop, you don't total.
You don't care, I'm
And when you go stop, when you go tire.
For the talk so about me. Anytime you go, you just say go and pray me. But in I do you wanna know? Bikishi and jealousy. Tell me why not be better one, you no one foresee.
You were like for cha-cha me case. Now you go left by disgrace. You were the go behind for point me name. Now you go left behind like waste. If you say na me you want for the backbite, you go bite say you tire. You know go able to me kanda. It's off the heart for sweller. Why everything I do you want for no when you want for see. You want people me black plastic. You want know all the moves I'm making. They calculate me like mathematics. Quick, you don't put too much for me matter. And when you go stop, when you go tire. As me name drop, you don't total.
You don't care, I'm
And when you go stop, when you go tire.
For the talk so about me. Anytime you go, you just say go and pray me. But in I do you wanna know? Bikishi and jealousy. Tell me why not be better one, you no one foresee.
Listen, no let pray, but you don't me matter. Put you lelemu, and let me the master. When me name the plague of this, I mean a bassa. Evidence to show, I know my bone. I talk, not gonna make a run away, me not to Nasa. I make a stay on top of the game in a Nasa. Now what's him for Duba? Make a Mojuba. What's him me Duba? Na bada be doona. Change the game style like Kama Guna. For dress, fine, make money and show. We work with the show. Now we work with the show. I'm counting my dough. She hurt, she go blow. The side of teeth for the fetch, I don't go, I don't come. All what you not say for me, so I
did. Quick, you don't put too much for me matter. And when you go stop, when you go tire. As me name drop, you don't total.
You don't care, I'm
And when you go stop, when you go tire.
For the talk so about me. Anytime you go, you just say go and pray me. But in I do you wanna know? Bikishi and jealousy. Tell me why not be better one, you no one foresee.
But in I do you wanna know?
Beat make two names.
I don't know. But in I do you wanna know?
Oh nana, Mr. Bobsy, I won't speak my mind.
Gucci Beats.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear. Oh, now go with the go so. Herdsmen they kill us every day, but them busy they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us to ring answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause na time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come oh. It dey very close and they feel am oh. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day he go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Naija no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it on. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses, but now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice. Something on the smell. Very soon now we go perceive them. The havoc where this government they cause na time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. Mr. Babsy, I don't speak my mind. Lord, come save my people.
King boy lover. Me a day so yeah. This thing don't find it don't really mourn. The way our people die no sweet again. Oh na 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 na. We call fear people them they suffer. Oh na 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 na. But been cheap but now we dear. Oh na 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 na. Music shine and sing they no hit again. The people they sell no profit again. Man and they watch film. We want for know if not the actor go die on the toughest go left. We still they watch film. See other country they act fast. We they act like wef. Man and they watch film. Kudos to Niger and Mali. Who done now they can free we still they watch film. We want for know if not the actor go die on the toughest go left. Man and they watch film. The people not able to talk because they don't see them right. Yeah. When they want for talk again, yeah, and then go take them life. Yeah. Politicians they live good life. See them they chill with them wife. Yeah. Now them they drive good cars. Why the masses they cry? Then just they kill and they chill in a prison. They act or they watch. I swear you know they talk thing. But I no blame nobody. Now the director where direct this film. We don't take the script and give unto the wrong person. Now we don't spoil the film. Hey, we tired with the crush, prostitution all around. Man, they watch film. We want for know if not the actor go die on the toughest go left. We still they watch film. See other country they act fast. We they act like wef. Man, they watch film. Kudos to Niger and Mali. Who done now they can free we still they watch film. Oh na na na. Hey, yeah. Liberian free they county, but still saloon people they sleep. Hey. Guinean free they county, but still saloon people they know. I say the first thing we pay me, then kill democracy, then still back election, then stand back for kill. But I know nobody not the director. We direct this film. We don't take the script and give unto the wrong person. Now we don't spoil the film. Too much of bloggers, plenty don't die. Some of they talk this and talk that's plenty don't lie. Man and they watch film. We want for know if not the actor go die on the toughest go left. We still they watch film. See other country they act fast. We they act like wef. Man and they watch film. Kudos to Niger and Mali. Who done now they can free we still they watch film. Oh na na na. Hey, yeah. Prison break, no prison break. We see the fake more life than take. Police they fight civilian. Soldier man them just they kill civilian. This thing they pay me at once, so I send a special fork to the soldiers. This thing they pay me at once, so I send a special fork to the police. It's dark light no day. To talk to the people, make them sit down, let's pray. But I no blame nobody, not the director. We direct this film. Man and they watch film. We want for know if not the actor go die on the toughest go left. We still they watch film. See other country they act fast. We they act like wef. Man and they watch film. Kudos to Niger and Mali. Who done now they can free we still they watch film.
man in the watch film.
I love you, my Binti Cisse.
Hey, hey, hey. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Good evening from the UK. Good afternoon from the United States. It's not the APC Diaspora online TV platform, and me now, Comrade OrWanKasu. It's not the mouthpiece of the diaspora. We don't canton again today, Sunday, the 10th of May, 2026. London time at 3 minutes past 8 o'clock. Comrades, compatriots of Sierra Leone, we get a very, very important topic we can discuss with you today. We want una we don't join we, make una tell we, say una don't join. So we go able to acknowledge una and be part of this discussion. Today, we can talk about the drugs we Sierra Leone don't get linked to again. And we get a very, very eloquent member of we community, very eloquent gentleman. Also, we don't work with the past government under the former president of Johannesburg, Kroma. We don't become an advisor, but we don't work at the political affairs. We don't become a government spokesman for the former APC governments. They can talk to we on this particular topic. Of course, we all know say the name of Sierra Leone don't get linked so many times when it comes to drug issues in the country. And this recent one, with a link Sierra Leone to, now one of the biggest seizure of cocaine na Spain, a vessel we linked from Sierra Leone, and as we speak, more information in the camp. More information in the camp na the public eye about this linked drug we they talk about. So the Spanish authorities under arrest, according to social media, post them and don't arrest numbers of people then. We don't know at the moment whether the one that they arrest are Sierra Leoneans or maybe crew members then at the ship that they arrest or not. But indeed, there are so many things that they come up on social media. So we get with brother, with comrade, with friend, they can join we very soon for can talk to we about this drug business, how it affects we youth them in the country, how it affects the image of Sierra Leone. Of course, the Madabio regime been talked about in the travel plenty because it got to go clean the image of Sierra Leone. Well, if they travel so now for actually for go clean the image of Sierra Leone, what we want to say, they don't do a very bad job because the image of Sierra Leone right now any embassy or any airport where you go, when you present a Sierra Leone passport, they will tell you, say, Timapi under force. When we investigate you proper. Questions they come left, right, and center for make sure, say, you are not like the president who they travel for go clean the name of Sierra Leone, but Sierra Leone are the biggest drug hub right now, transshipment hub for the drugs then at the world. We they go all over the world. This ship where they talk about, a ship with them actually we come on as Sierra Leone. Whether they are the origin, now God one grace be. Whether not transit na Sierra Leone, we go establish that one day. But revealing things that they come out, we're very, very damaging for the country. We're damaging for this regime where they in power. Apart from the political problems that the country gets already since the 2023 elections, we clearly, the international observers them, they say results not come out. They dip and try to settle that problems they peacefully, so go plunge into civil war yet again in the country. Now we get them kind of unfortunate things they are so. And Europe's most wanted man, a man we don't convict now Europe in absentia for in drug crimes them, they in Sierra Leone right now under the security of the president. And it happened to be the son-in-law of the president, directly married President wife, and then get picking together. So this don't implicate Sierra Leone already. In the past 5 years, Sierra Leone don't put himself in a position at the world we very, very embarrassing. We as Sierra Leoneans, we should not be proud of waiting don't happen. So I will introduce with brother and comrade. We, as I've been saying earlier, we don't serve in the previous government under the former president, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. He don't serve as under the political affairs ministry. He don't serve as government spokesman, advisor. Very eloquent brother. We no other person but comrade Adibu Chijanjalo. My comrade, please come live and say hi to Fambule.
Good afternoon to the platform. Good afternoon, OrWanKasu. And I want to say good afternoon to all the viewers them around the world. It's now a pleasure and an honor for make a day today.
Thank you very much, Ajibu. I go want to make you slide your phone can down and put them on rotate. So you put on landscape, we'll be able to see you landscape. That could be very, very good for you. At the moment,
does that work?
You're at portrait at the moment, but if you slide down, you make them rotate. I don't know which kind of phone you use, but if you make them rotate.
I use an Android.
Okay.
What do we do?
The image not turn it. The image not turn it because they don't rotate at the moment. So whoever they on the platform with the view right now, una can please tell me who's on the view from, and una help we for share this link because we can't talk about this drug business. We don't ravage the country and don't ravage the world. And now the Spanish authorities don't arrest 40,000 kilo. This not all, when they say 40 tons, some people are facing 40, whatever. 40,000 kilo, 1,000 kilo. Now, like we one big truck, don't load, full capacity. Now, in the truck they can get, when they say 1,000 kilo. Then long van there, so we don't load heavy one. Then a 1,000 kilo, another capacity. Here we are talking about 40,000 kilos of powder. Imagine powder, we're not too heavy, so yes, but they're able to put 40,000 kilos of powder. That is ship from Sierra Leone, transit na Sierra Leone. The Spanish authorities don't arrest that ship. Right now, we're linked to Sierra Leone. We're linked to the drug lord within Sierra Leone under the security of the president. We married the president in Pekin, we then born Pekin together. And rumors they come out for saying, even this guy, his own daddy, they don't link him to these 40,000 kilos of drugs with the arrest. So I want to say welcome, Mr. Abdul Sankor, for joining us on this platform. Be part of this conversation because this is very serious. My brother Ajibu, don't worry if you're not able to make this thing.
Okay, so I need to hear you. You know, your voice, your voice need to come through. Will come through very light.
Right? Okay. Well, I will have to do something.
I mean, you just now, but now all of a sudden, your voice don't fade out.
I understand why. Now, because of the messages, they will likely go to come inside the phone. Most likely. So what you need to do, come out and then come back in.
Okay.
The messages, the messages, then they cut them out. Yes. So yes, as I be say, Mr. Mo, thank you very much for joining us in this discussion today. Whosoever you watch from, I want make you join me on this discussion because this is very, very important. This is very serious for the country. When I help you for share the link is out. Ajibu, you hear me clearly now? I want to believe so. Okay, Ajibu is out at the moment. You're not coming in. They coming just now. This is Ajibu Chijanjalo, of course, former member of the APC government during the Anes by Kurma regime. So we get a number of questions there we will bring can talk to them, but I want to make una build up the momentum for we. When I tell we who's on the view from, that we able for connect to this discussion. Because trust me, Sierra Leone in name don't go viral yet again for the negative reasons. Yet again for the negative reasons. The name of Sierra Leone, the image of Sierra Leone has gone viral yet again for the wrong reasons. So my brother, Comrade Ajibu Jalo, please let me know if you get me clear now. I want to know if you get me clearly now. Okay. Ajibu, you get me clearly now?
It's no, very low.
All right. Well, make myself see if I can even make some improvisation also. Make us see if I go able to use my headphone.
Hello?
Yes, you get me clearly now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So, Mr. Mo Bangura, technical man, you can mute the other one for me. You can mute the other image for me. Thank you very much. Ajibu, everything is good now, no so?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. So, before we go into the topic proper, Udatna Ajibu Jalo, tell us a little bit about yourself, brother.
Sure. So Ajibu Jalo Nabi, the former National Coordinator for Political and Public Affairs, the liaison between Office of the President and government and the public, and then the Deputy Government Spokesman and eventually the Government Spokesman of the Republic of Sierra Leone during the APC government under President Nkrumah. Ajibu Jalo now a lecturer and a research analyst and just a regular guy with love for make contribution to Nkonski development.
You just recently visit Sierra Leone. You are a man we regularly visit Sierra Leone. You love your country so bad. When you hear about this particular drug with an arrests or with an seize by the Spanish authorities, what will really come to your mind, Ajibu? You receive that kind of message?
It's terrible news. It's difficult news, and you remember, for say Sierra Leone, they operate an economy that is being supported almost 70% by donor partners. Okay, donor partners now and the depends for support with budget for help with electricity for help with healthcare system for help with social services and all of that. And with all of that, when the kind of news here come on top of all the other bad news that we don't come, it make people and turn them back away. It make people and become very skeptical of Sierra Leone. And as such, then they put we in a situation where nobody no one can hear we. And at the end of the day, our people let it suffer. Just recently, we read the announcement from the United States President, where Secretary of State, where put we under a category where then they say we na a partial ban. In other words, all visa
Yeah.
banned. Then
Yeah.
we get to a point where, while we dey expect say things will get better, we governments go able for engage in some negotiation and show say in fact waiting and who we responsible for not to say it be. The situation gets even worse. Then put we under a total ban,
Can you
which
imagine?
means yes, a total ban. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, what that means that people like we self they ya, we na citizen na ya, okay, and now we before now are able to apply for visa for family member, for you mama, for you papa, you na me brother. I want to invite you. They don't even honor that now anymore.
Can you
They don't
imagine?
honor that anymore. Let alone visiting visa. People who want can visit. They need to honor that anymore. So then put me under a total ban. So as it is, for whatever reason, they don't put an expiry. So for come really say, because when you get an allegation for say a boat they move with that magnitude of drugs, then you're in narco state.
Narco
You
state.
know, you're in narco state at that point, really. I mean, we they call the country a narco state, not so with gladness, but with that amount of drugs, and they say we are a transshipment point, then you're not a narco state. And when that happens, it means you're not a red flag all over the place.
All over the
Not to
place.
that you are the money for.
Yes. Well, to be honest with you, that the same way a lot of Sierra Leoneans then they feel right now about this thing. And with a rumor, with a people them, they talk say even the drug lord within Sierra Leone right now, we Mother don't protect with the European Union or maybe Holland, the requests for that Monday for make them hand them over to the authorities. So far, Mother they play dilly-dally business. And I demand this with and give a passport, when a diplomatic passport, government signed by the president, sanction this guy for let it get a diplomatic passport with the name Umar Sharif. When you be then a government, Ajibu, then you can't hear them can't hear so they happen under this regime. Are you able to explain this to anybody? What you left, the standard one don't raise that country to wait till they see the like today. How possible that you be able, comprehend this kind of low level road on it?
It's quite dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Like I say, then kind bad name here, then kind allegation here, get the tendency for make them position you as a no-go zone. It means you become popular for all the wrong reasons. Now, during President Kuruma in time, there were a few times where issue come up we get for do with drugs. And very quickly, either the president or the vice president, now then they get involved for address the situation. for ensure say the authority they move expeditiously for identify usa ikomo, identify waiting at the problem, assign blame usa them for assign blame, and for actually confiscate property them and damage the product with them fan. We be see plane way they whole and that plane day was auctioned. Um, um, we see usa on two occasions vice president said they don't come now. King Tom, Usai and come actually bonding drugs. Then they, we see how charges were filed against people and will be involved. So the government's not be get any kind tolerance whatsoever for any such kind thing when it comes on drugs issue. Because the problem is, in as much as drug money is sweet, drug money finds some people a benefit, but it attract so much violence. It attract so much bad blood. The losses where you dey actually recognize or realize from this drug operation, it by far outweigh the benefit we they get. So that was why President Kurumano may make joke about that at all, at all, at all. Now, compare that to what is happening now. To this day, Awankasu, the president nor anybody in high office, nor ever can make a statement with regards this drug lord where you talk about in picture where you show where they sit in our country. To this day,
Yeah.
there has been denial here and there, but nobody no come formally address the issue. Okay. And there are rumors that it in the country, there are rumors that this gentleman they in a relationship with the president in Peking to the extent where they're ready to get Peking now, and that the president they protect him. It puts we in a very, very, very shallow and bad position as a country.
And we just get reports say, according to Sylvia Blyden, a prominent journalist and former political figure, Dr. Sylvia Blyden, say the cocaine details released to news agencies were blurred by Spanish-led investigators to lower elements in, oh, well, you don't change the color. So now the therefore tell we say, in can confirm to we say the company will register for manage the 40,000 kilograms of cocaine shipments, a Serenity Shipments SL Limited within a Juba in Freetown. Imagine a Sierra Leonean company, a clearing and forwarding company, we then call Serenity Shipments. Now them register themselves for handle that 40,000 kilograms of cocaine. So normally, you can dismiss a lot of within Silver Blading can say, but because it goes specific by naming this company in name and tell we usa a day and tell we say can confirm this particular registration of this company handling these shipments. We are talking about here a very large amount. The quantity is humongous for make we get any doubt for say this thing not come out from Sierra Leone or something like that. So what would you say with regards to this one, Ajibu? Silver Blyden in reports.
So Silver Blyden, as far as we know, don't engage in journalism for quite a long time. And when it comes to the reputation of what it put out there, he hold on the to a very critical esteem. Okay, so anybody really and truly we read within Silver Blyden they say with regards to an investigation when they get for do with Sierra Leone and Sierra Leone image, for take them not with a grain of salt, but for take them very seriously. For take them very seriously. Now, except the government is fully aware of what is happening, and this don't plunge them into a state of confusion as to waiting for who is involved, who is not involved. You would expect the government, not sections of the government, but the government from state out, to come out directly and address the situation. If up until this point that has not happened, but we left Fangi, sectors of the um, um, security apparatus, they make statement here and there, and a clear indication say they don't know how to handle this, and there must be some veracity because, for God's sake, the whole boat, this boat's registered, then take some back to Sierra Leone, then take some
Absolutely.
back to a company.
Mm-hmm.
The company get address.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody there will actually go register that company there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing with Sylvia Blythe and Bring come up was the fact that for identify a company we register in a salon, be something that should be for able for doing very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Government for able for show you down it very quickly. But it indicate to we say if be careful actually go through pains, like where they
Mm-hmm.
pull teeth for
Yeah.
identify this company, for identify in location. So that in and of itself not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But
so
go ahead,
basically,
sir.
um, as of now, we don't know whether any Sierra Leonean has been arrested or investigated, whether by the Spanish authorities or the Sierra Leone government or the Sierra Leone police or authorities. By now, we for the expect say within Sierra Leone, the authorities therefore don't go arrest numbers of people then, because clearly, even if the ship not originates from Sierra Leone, but the ship transits in Sierra Leone, it did it for numbers of days before it left Sierra Leone. So the maritime authority, the security officers, them who said the ship go dock and everything. Some of them people then they by now, if there's a serious government in Sierra Leone, then for them people then they for the under some interrogation. Interrogation. Secondly, I don't know what in the leverage where the Spanish authority then gets under international law for calm Sierra Leone for can investigate and bring calm them people here to book. Because as we speak, Holland don't convict this criminal, this drug lord within a Sierra Leone. We happen for being mad at you in Peking, in husband or whatever. Okay? They don't request for that mandate for be extradited to Holland. Up till now, that mandate is under the security of Madabio and Sierra Leone. You know, move. Waiting at the leverage with the Spanish authority then gets for bring come that mandate or anybody we then see as a suspect or can investigate them. Now that I really want to we look at if possible, how far this case could go.
That is going to be very tough for determine the leverage as you ask because um, uh, me and you know the part of government. However, based on we intelligence, based on which we don't see that happen in the past, we go able for draw some conclusion. But waiting we don't see, waiting we know for sure now, clearly. Now the fact say this government not seem worried. This government not seem willing. This government not seem moved. Okay. They are talking about um cleaning our image overseas, cleaning our image internationally. But then from one issue to the other, it clearly indicates we image has been worse. But from as recently as the younger issue and the other issue where they take with Sujaman and put them at ground, that's not a good image, especially for a leader we will get when I the chairman of ECOWAS. You move
Mm,
from there, we they talk about this Bella Jos, where supposedly they marry or date or get picking with the president in Peking. And we see live this Monday in close proximity with the president. Okay, a day, 2 rows behind the president, where me and you, we understand protocol, no for say, the seat behind the president, or even the second row behind the president.
not only security or top government official, somebody where they invite, somebody where the president entourage. Now in the sit on there. Nobody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely agree with that.
Yes. Now we hear government spokespeople and they say, na public. What do you mean, na public? What do you
Yes,
mean, na public? This was in the president's village. Okay, na corner yanda, na bump, not only bump, but na tinu. The
ah,
only people that were there inside our church day, now either the president finds them or a family member. Not so.
absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
But I
So
think,
so
yeah, go on, go on.
so with that, you're a little confused as to whether or not this president serious at all.
Mm.
Or he cares about the country image. Okay, we don't begin play around with anything and they say this don't can happen now. And here we are again. Who say you expect say the government for grab with their foot and their hand with all the arsenal, okay, with all the arsenal, and try for unearth what's in happen and dissociate the government from this. That has not happened as yet. But we see a press release we come on where they talk say the official statement of now the Spanish government not approach with it. They not talk to it, but we don't start to preliminary investigation. Like, so when a boat they come inside you territory, you should be aware.
Of
If you're
course,
aware what's in a mission, if you're aware
yeah,
what they can do,
of course.
what they can left, what they can take, why they can do. That is why you have the ONS. That is why you have the maritime unit. That is why you have a plethora of apparatus them
Yeah,
where you they go through for make a vessel come within 200 nautical miles of you country.
yeah. See, I remember the last time where you been talk about that plane we been come during the EBK in time. Immediately when they discover say that some substance that within that plane day, one small aircraft. Immediately after that, the then minister of transport and aviation, resigned straight away, and he put himself forward for investigation and all of that. So I commend the APC government at the time for taking that swift action for make sure say this drug is controlled. And like you say, then go put the drugs them somewhere, kill them, then go burn them all, destroy them in the eyes of people, them, public, when they know for say we know they tolerate them canteen there. So, and I see my brother Yasu, Ronald George Stone, um, they follow this discussion. They say under normal circumstances where situations as this occurs, the foreign ministries, just like you say, for come and communicate transparently, the measures then we they go for take. However, Sierra Leone get a different protocol. At the moment, this government gets a different protocol. We know they see arrests. We don't hear about drugs so many times in that country. We know they see arrests. We youth population they can destroy at the moment. And you just come out Sierra Leone recently. I don't know how you see we youth them, the mindset which they go through right now. How you feel about them, you know.
So this is what I saw when I was in Sierra Leone a few days ago. When you talk to people will tell you say, "Pa, yeah, if you talk boku, they catch you, they lock you up." In fact, the way that they talk and they say they design up sheriff you. Okay. So
Wow.
yes, I saw they talk and say yeah, then go join up sheriff you. Okay. Then say we will get the part 5 of the 1965 Public Order Act.
Mhm.
Uh, now one day, then they believe say be bad. Say well, when they pull that law, the cyber crime will encourage in totally in dogmatic, in bad self. Because this one also for make them hold you and tell you say cyber bullying, not 2 minutes. Waiting a cyberbullying, nobody knows sabi. The one themselves where they apply the law, the policeman themselves where they apply the law, themselves no understand the proper interpretation of cyberbullying. In other words, when they want for hold you and very good reason they just say cyberbullying.
They
Yeah, when
don't.
you reach cyberbullying, nobody for challenge down there. That's just the end of it. So you
So
get a lot of people away. Go ahead, sir.
yes, when you dey talk about cyberbullying, so that reminds me of that guy when they arrest Nabo, when they call Mohammed Moriba. From when they
Yes.
arrest Mohammed Moriba, even before Zainab Sharif, they say they don't take him phone them, they don't search, they don't look all over the place. They don't see no evidence. But the guy is still languishing under police custody in prison for how many months now? We know nothing about him right now. This is worrying. This is devastating for we law and order in the country. The authorities them, like you say, they're not sabi interpret within a cyberbullying.
We have a law. We have a law in the country before even cyberbullying, which says that policeman can arrest you if they get probable cause. Now, that in fact can arrest you and detain you if they get probable cause, if they believe, say, you don't commit a crime. Now, that detention there for lasts up to 72 hours only. Within 72 hours, you should be charged to court or then give you bail. Now, if the crime where the alleged say you commit, now one we consider a felony, high crimes, then can hold you up to 10 days, after which then get for actually charge you to court or then give you bail. Now, when we dey talk about the gentleman, Moriba, I mean, for God's sake, what's in the crime where he commits, where they threaten anybody in life? What's in the crime where he commits, where, you know, amount to treason?
Mhm.
So why would you be holding this man for over 2 months? That does not make sense at all.
It doesn't.
Doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't. Absolutely.
No, it doesn't make sense.
And coming back to this drug transshipment or Sierra Leone being the narco states. I remember the days the way we dey ship containers in Sierra Leone. We dey pay special amount of money for scanning. They dey scan the container then. So 40,000 kilos of white powder they're not able to detect them at Sierra Leone. They're not able to arrest them people and they went through security, went through all of the other stages of scanning and whatever. They actually left Sierra Leone only for the Spanish authority then. Obono say 40,000 kilos of cocaine day na that ship day. It's worrying, my brother. I don't know how anybody do before.
OrWanKasu, if waiting the alleged na the case for say that boat they come na salon and left salon with that kind cargo day, then that na the height of recklessness. That really the point to the fact that with leadership, in fact, directly to the president, for saying not in charge of his and really and truly, it's quite unfit. It's quite unfit. It's quite unfit because that's like who say define for we viewers them where you say a narco state. Let people in quite understand what in that they mean for us. Please define that and they let people understand that.
Yes. A place, a country, Usai, you dey see some man they go sell drugs in the streets and stuff like that. With the authorities, then they do something about it for stop that let not happen. You know, go call that a narco state. But a country, Usai, vehicles are coming in large numbers with cocaine and what kind of drugs them, ship, plane, all kinds of stuff they come there under the security of the state apparatus. And they left now official docks them. Like for instance, now Wataki, when an official dock outside ship they come, you get institutions like the SLMA, the Maritime Administration. You get the security of which of them. Ship they come, it is slam yanda. We can sting them out, in and out, in and out. They don't even for detect nothing. That in the left day. Then link that particular thing there to Sierra Leone. That means say the institutions, the authorities are aware of that particularly, it makes Sierra Leone a narco state. And
Thank you.
more evidently, the youth then at the country, they die of kush on a daily basis in the country. You pass na street na motuka, you see bobo and map and they sleep and they say. You pass na street, you see bobo they don't get the foot and don't swell. They could have in organs, they all don't collapse inside the body. Then they get them big, massive pendadem. You see that they don't die under and stuff like that. So it's like you see that they happen. The authorities are not doing absolutely nothing about it. You see an officer, police officer in uniform with kush. You see a police officer in uniform. They sleep because they don't take drugs. Nothing is done about it. It makes Sierra Leone officially a narco state. I don't know.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So, I mean, to we listeners them, Naya, like how we host not explain them, now so exactly, and you don't try for the effects of down there, the effects of down there. Now, one day you go just gap, you see the gap. It don't want of drugs they come past na your country, ammunition they count. People for protect them dog, then they hold gun them, okay, for protection. That also mean for say people them where they pedal, where they take and for one, then they forget for take care of themselves. They forget for hospital, they pass around with disease them way then contagious way country. So this is a very serious issue. There is total breakdown in law and order eventually. What we host don't talk say, it mean for say that boats they when it can load, if they go na middle water, na they other small boats they come, they can take their own consignments, they all go then deliver, then come back. They can fill up, they all go. So it means for say you na the somebody writes something, a gentleman by the name of Jawa Thomas be write something on Facebook the other day, and they talk about why this for happen and why proper investigation not start in earnest. So my question to them, I say, well, what if the president self nine the kingpin? He said, I'll not be thinking that way. I said, but who's not waiting for thinker? Yes. Who's not away for thinker? Something with this serious. Something we see on here, we see how Donald Trump, the president of America, go inside people country in Venezuela. Okay, whatever other reason he go inside for, we don't know. But waiting and put in media for we for see, then say that president they okay, don't turn that country they into a narco state. They run drugs business. So because of that, he broke all law. He go inside there, he forget about United Nations, he forget about all my go inside there, then hold all man at bay, then take the man, then take the wife, then bring and can America they stand right now.
So
the Sierra Leone,
yes,
the Sierra Leone want to subject themselves to that.
Absolutely. This is a very, very good point you don't bring, Council Ajibo. I'm glad you say that. But also, there is what they call this, what are the international cooperation between Sierra Leone and I would say like Interpol and all the other international investigation bodies then at the world. We go say, oh, this enough is enough. A convicted drug dealer or drug lord, we do not convict for over 25 years. Now Europe, they na Sierra Leone. We don't ask for this man. For the Sierra Leone authorities, they hand this man over to we. The authorities, then they drag them foot. And apparently the man now in father-in-law with the president. Now we don't begin to see other drugs related with stuff in the happen activity they happen at the country. To a point to say now we don't catch 40,000 kilos. Don't transit or whatever, originate from Sierra Leone to head into Europe. It is about time the Interpol or all of the institutions that are so responsible for doing the needful, for save the image of the country Sierra Leone and we young people that really can die on a daily basis in the country. Over to you.
So, Josh Liebeckers, the drug lord, not small, well, not big guy, not big drug lord, but in the drug operation around the world, and waiting, I believe, say they want them where the fetch drugs they look for, in a just an accessory. Okay, the operation na in the one for shutdown, the operation na in the one for target. So I believe, say this was deliberate that they no come out and say we dey go chase down Sierra Leone for go pull and commodity because they know for say something they will bigger go come out of this. Any side where that man they dey, any side where they operate, something bigger go come out of this. Maybe now this don't come also. What I would have expected, what you would have expected, now for Sierra Leone for open in borders and say, look here, whether we get extradition treaty or we not get extradition treaty with the Dutch government, our country is open. Send your investigators here. They may come here and search. We give them a period of time. From this time to this time, search as much as they want. Make them establish, say, this man no denier. But our country did not do that. You left that cloud over the country in it. And that one day they suffocate, that one day they depress, that one day they play a role in every Sierra Leonean. Every Sierra Leonean. The regular Sierra Leonean say, they want and then money man will not know side they play. But I they tell you something, that help where they come for stop malaria, that help where they come for stop cholera, that help where they come for cushion price of rice, price of basic commodity, that help they could be stifled if them believe say we country involved by illegal drug trade. If them believe say we country now say they come for can wash money, okay, they come wash money, this money laundering, okay. People will avoid us, they will stop doing business with us, and that one they go affect the country precipitously. So Sierra Leoneans must pay attention. Sierra Leoneans must now get to their parliamentarians, get to their public figures, and say something must be done. The government must be held to account. The government must be held responsible. We not for walk around with a cavalier attitude and say, now the lady made it try. This is not going to help us. It's not
Absolutely.
going to help us.
Yeah. Talking about this so-called press release you mentioned earlier, we don't see instances of when government they talk say, okay, well, we are going to investigate this, that, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and it will end up nothing comes out of it. We need to see waiting at the final report or whatever they come up with. And how you will consider this? Let's take this one as okay, yeah, the government is investigating. Do you expect anything coming out of this? Do you expect any
It's not.
arrests? Any?
Of course not. In fact, what you will say at this level, something at this magnitude, believe you me, I not say police not for right to, but this the above police now. This you're dealing with the country's image for make you fan drugs with that magnitude, that amount of drugs, and they say now you country it come on. This should be dealt with from the president's office. Then everybody else on and now will come back now can take them from there. I don't think we assign this issue the seriousness it deserves. We seem for the treat them with levity, and that clearly they indicate say we government irresponsible. In fact, it's more than irresponsible. This is at the height of recklessness. I understand now an allegation, but an allegation of this magnitude must be dealt with, okay, with the seriousness it deserves, and with government for indicates and show the world say we're not getting nothing for do with that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That has not happened.
Yeah.
Clear, I mean, that incompetence or the fact that what did they tell we not true? What did we see not true? The both not away come on.
Absolutely. As we see, we producer winner Mr. MMBB, they put the pictures them, the images them outside also for we all view them. We want for commend them for the wonderful work we did do in the background. We get Mr. Minkalu Overs we talk about power part and say then they go and clean salon image, this will not do so. Actually, they don't know whether really the actual image in the go for go clean. And I want to also commend the brother now, so Ronald Georgestone. Himself don't make a lot of commentaries, and so we want to say thank you very much. You say it might be a small time guy, but he's exposed Sierra Leone, you know, vulnerability, and it's plainly soon. I don't know what in. I think when you be talk say the drug cartel, the drug industry is bigger than just Ladokov or whatever his name is. And so waiting them people there they try for do, they try for curtail the operation rather than chasing one man because now a syndicates of people across the world, very top people them. And so it's got to tell you say yes, even though not just one person, but we believe say it can also get the tendency, the capacity for destroy the image of Sierra Leone, and that is what he has actually done. Would you agree with that? For say this man single-handedly, just him, don't put Sierra Leone in name into disrepute. Did you get that?
Say that again, please.
Okay, so basically, George Stone they talk say, in as much as the guy na a single person, but in what way you don't do na Sierra Leone, don't actually put the name of Sierra Leone into disrepute. Even though when you talk say there is a cartel way the international community or Interpol they try for curtail the operations of the drugs, but just Ladokov don't put the name of Sierra Leone into disrepute, the image into disrepute.
But that cannot be that you're not able for overemphasize the seriousness of that. This man now a convicted drug lord, which means that if he can, you can't get nothing but trouble. But in my own case, not only that in Siena we can't get. Say that is not something that was said rumor. We see picture one or two where they in the company of the president, and this lady, NSBO, they with her. Side them where we see this man, this drug lord. Now side where you must be invited. And Sierra Leone, white Sierra Leonean. Sierra Leone, a black man, they did it. So if with man other than Lebanese, it is stand out. Okay. We get a problem. We get a problem. And the explanation where government spokespeople they don't put forth really know who water. Okay.
So
Remember back. Make a land from this one. If you remember back, when this issue come up, then say we not get just lie back and now in this country. It's the Umar Sheriff. You get me?
Yes, I did clear.
Yes. What you will get now, Umar Sheriff?
Absolutely, I did get you.
So now the question now is, hey, wait a minute. Okay, we'll not get just Liebecker, but we'll get Umar Sheriff. But ask for Umar Sheriff. I they ask for Liebecker. But you can't show me Umar Sheriff. So Uda na Umar Sheriff. This Umar Sheriff, Uda na him. How stay again passport? Uda sign in passport. Uda okay. How he pass country? Almost there he don't carry inside salon. Almost there he don't left saloon. But these are the things. The head of police tell we category. He go come every so often fortnight and give you information as and when he gets out. He never ever came. Never ever.
It's a good question, very good question. Like for instance, I go put it this way, yeah. They come, they ask for OrWanKasu, and then the authorities and say we not get OrWanKasu, but to get Ajibu. They go ask
Mhm.
now, why make you tell me what Ajibu? Not what Ajibu ask for. So we don't have Ajibu first. Straight
Ajibu.
away.
Really, eh? Me ask for OrWanKasu. You say you get Ajibu. So that OrWanKasu Ajibu now one. Now the same people now you they tell me now
Yeah.
because me no know.
Yeah. So
But then outside where the enthusiasm now for say, okay, let we find out bar. We as policemen, to the extent where we get international media practitioners, a journalist can at the country for kind of then confiscating property. Okay, intimidator, the human on our way, come out left na the country.
yeah.
I guess
Look,
government is part of all of
um,
this.
somebody they asked the question in the past 5 years, do we know of anyone that Sierra Leone wouldn't don't convict for drugs? In your
No,
mind, have you heard of anybody with don't arrest and convict
no,
them courts for
no,
drugs?
no. Not in
That's
the last
that
no,
that
no,
speaks that speaks volume.
no,
That speaks volume. You
no,
know, there you go.
not at all.
Uh, so
Not at
somebody is
all.
saying also, George Stone is saying also, Ronald is saying his lawyers in the Netherlands says he he is now a Sierra Leonean citizen. And Mr. Come on, okay, come on, talk podcast. Okay, now come on, talk podcast, talk about that, but just Judson Judge refer to that. So we don't get a discussion on this now, Ajibu you for like just under an hour, and we not see a way how we could be hopeful for able for make sure say waiting we don't see so, waiting don't happen so, nor the stop. We don't report drugs, tramadol, all kinds of things, cocaine, all kinds sort of things them for we young people them. Over the past 4 years to 5 years, we don't talk about this push where they happen at the country and everything. We don't talk about this over and over on them platform there. So today we don't can see the biggest ever cocaine seizure in Europe by the Spanish authorities. And still the discussion they go on, we're not able for find a way how we go say this is the hope for make this thing stop finally in Sierra Leone. For let we try to clean the image of Sierra Leone finally. We're not able to get to that yet. You get any idea how we're going to deal with this?
Of course, I mean, of course, we got idea, but the bottom line, regardless of whose idea we get, if the government not willing, if the government seem for they in cahoots with waiting they happen, we idea go fall on the ground. Okay, you go fall on the ground. Not so we force them begin chase the dogs out of the country. So not a novelty measures they for take. But like I say, like waiting you don't see, waiting me don't see, waiting all man don't see. Easy for let we see say government not enthusiastic, the government not excited, the government not they in any rush for identify being or drug trade na the country and pull them come on do. So no matter what you say, no matter what idea you get, it's not going to work. Um, the government they bamboozle we with the fact that they can't clean the country image. Now you begin answer the question for yourself for say, okay, now whose image will you be they can clean? We never had these issues before this government came into office. So when you say we they can clean the country image, you start asking questions. Whose image will you they can clean? Okay. But if you remember, first, that them begin say right away. So it indicates say then we know what's in the um then visa business has to come. And I remember I did by a sister program one day when they asked me about this visa issue. And at the time I not be to pay attention to what's in the happen. But the reason why the government put out for this visa ban is say people them be overstay and then they don't well with image. I say, what do you mean people will overstay? All man are no overstay. All man are no overstay. Okay, many of us have been here for 40 years and now overstay. I came here
Mhm,
as a visitor, decided I was not going back, and then I
mhm,
took measures for adjust my status. Now,
mhm,
if overstay not be a problem, then when you don't overstay, they're not gonna allow you for change your status. Oh. They go tell you say no, you're not qualified for nothing. Get out of here. But people in the Canada as visitors, then decide at some point for say, I want to continue to stay. Then take measures, either they married somebody, either through labor certification, either through sponsorship. They adjust their status. When they go adjust their status, they accept them. The only people they want to be they accept na you is to we jump na boat, we come na this country without I-94. They don't know how you can inside. They will not allow that. They're not going to accept that. So for can't tell me about overstay in all water for me. All man na overstay. Okay, like I say, if overstay not be a problem, then when you go adjust your status for become legal, then before disqualify you. The problem we
absolutely.
have was small group of people them. They take visa say they come meeting, government meeting. When they come, they not go again. Meeting we only require 5 person. You get 15, 20 people the way they come, they not go again. That one day nine cause problem for we amongst other things.
Yeah.
We make
Okay.
we there with this. So talking about rebranding or cleaning up an image, I don't understand what you know what I mean. The biggest fallacy ever.
So, what are the possibilities of invoking the Donald Trump pattern, like Venezuela case?
Um, you know, Sierra Leone is a very small country. And yes, 40,000 tons, big amount relative to the boat where they move them relative to the country. But country then they, do a lot more than that. And I believe Donald Trump will not get involved for correct that problem. They Nenga who said the bot in the way they go push for say, listen, fix that problem over there. Okay, fix that problem over there. And things will happen. Uh, but then again, like I say, I don't see the United States coming after Sierra Leone, so to speak. Sierra Leone are just such a small fish. Then go use a subsidiary for deal with we. As this not expose we so now. Um, they will make sure then watch we country with a fine tooth comb. But what me worry now the difficulty, the economic difficulty where they plunge me in, how they will see we. You want to be known for the right reasons, not for this you want to be known for. Back in the days, we don't get a country where then we say the quote unquote put within into civil war, so forth, their blood diamond. We don't rise above that. Okay, 65 years now in existence. It's not a long time, really. We that country did only for 150 years, 200 years. But as we independence they come, we want to be known for good things, for better things. We green, white, and blue. We agriculture. We see, we land and see what's in the country and the peace and love within the country. Certainly not to this one we a boat they come on our country with 40,000 tons of cocaine. It's bad, it's terrible, it's not good.
Absolutely.
That's not the news you
Yeah.
want. You don't want to let a life by yourself. Come on.
No,
You don't want
no,
to let a life by yourself.
no, not at all.
You
So,
know?
what would the impact of let me put it this way: we have civil societies, we have people, advocates around the country, around the world. When I see Leoneans, do you think the voices will create any impact for this government to budge into any action for let them do something about this?
It is my hope. It is my hope that some civil society we're closely associated with the issues we will come up from this will speak their voice. But what we have seen in Sierra Leone in the last 8 years now, um, a complete shutdown, state capture. Okay, complete state capture. where no one is really free for see within the one say. I just don't tell you about waiting young man then tell me when I did Sierra Leone the other day. Or say, bruh, yeah, you talk with and go sign up sheriff you. After it's all said and done, I want my freedom, better past gently. Okay, so I am not optimistic at all for say
Mm.
you will get civil society at this point, at this juncture, we go, tower and open the mouth and say civil society all get a focus. They never just talk on all things. So Monday na election business in Japan, so Monday na human rights issue in Japan. They got specific team where they fund them for. So they want to stay within the mandate. Um, but this was also a cost cutting, a cost cutting. So I would like
Yeah.
for see a correlation of civil societies will go come out and demand from the government for answer questions. But they OrWanKasu, they,
Okay.
they.
That brings me to, I think, the final question. With all which we don't discuss, so does that worry you that these governments might end up not allowing elections to take place 2028 or go beyond 2028 as they not begin to indicate certain behaviors with all of which in the happen, so the state capture and all the kind negative things they are already not doing at the country. Do you see any free, fair, credible, and transparent election taking place 2028?
I will tell you for a fact there is a silent majority we don't gains. A silent majority we believe say the current administration, the SLPP, don't outlive their usefulness. Don't do the best they can given the information, given the uh, opportunity, given the knowledge of how to govern a country. Okay, and at this point, if they continue in our office, the law of diminishing returns will take effect. And as such, people are just saying, waiting, we dey wait for elections for we make a different decision, a decision other than SLPP. That's you dey ready for a fact. Okay, you dey ready for a fact. Now, um, other people then they will believe say na 10 year, na 10 year phenomenon na in. Okay, any party where it come, na 10 year it dey take. After 10 year, in usefulness they diminish completely. So that one in our facts, that's not true. Okay, we don't see that. Now with all of that, the SLPP not go able for not continue with the election cycle, the election register. It's impossible. It's impossible. And there is some people they say, hey, if 2023 election turns so, what you make we get 2028 election? Ah, you dey doubt Sierra Leoneans them for their own legal right? What a party right this now? Now just regular Sierra Leonean. We believe say every 5 years there will be election. That doesn't have to do with the party. Okay, if we not get election every 5 years, something has changed, and people would not want to continue to operate under that kind of system. So certainly you go see some massive protests. Okay, some massive protests, peaceful protests. And if you sit on as a president, you want to continue beyond the provision of the constitution, where attract protests, you will have the international community frown on you. Because really and truly, you dey bring about a problem where unnecessary, a country where don't come out from civil war, you want plunge them again into civil war for whose reason? For whose good reason? Okay, so you will have an election come 2028, whether APC want them or not, whether SLPP want them or not. You're going to have an election come 2028. That's just a fact. Okay, that's
Okay.
just a fact. And even within the SLPP, people and they will believe say, now we term this now. So there's that fight amongst them. The older folks will say, we now Grand Chief, distinguished Grand Chief Patron, they want them we President Bio bring on board for can work. We believe say then a prima donna and it meant for say the Panama the Kangi. So that fight, that hustle they happen in between them. So there's a big explosion amongst themselves. So President Bio cannot continue outside of a mandate for say I want to continue in office. It cannot happen. It should not happen. That's not being encouraged anymore. No, enough fashionable.
Yeah.
It's not
So
fashionable.
this is one of the hope we don't left me with today. This last answer we answer me, so don't left me with some amount of hope. In as much as there are unprecedented things that will not happen negatively in the country, we will ever seen in our life. But at least there'll be election and happen, there'll be election and take place, and we as Sierra Leonean are the only rights that one day we will not for allow for them take them away from we. We can come for election, we should go out peacefully and vote peacefully, and the system for put that in place for we as Sierra Leone for go cast the votes, which are mandate to the one we believe say for run the affairs. So that said, Ajibu, we don't discuss today about these drugs. We don't discuss about everything, including the activities of the governments, what they do about it, what the international community for do about this, for make sure say we country not in this kind image and all these kind of problems so they happen. In a nutshell, give me a wrap up of all we discussed on today in a nutshell. Let you conclude them for you.
If we not pay attention, okay, to the electoral process, definitely then go attempt for bill, ball, Uber, we hate. No doubts about that. And when I say pay attention, what does that mean? That means that we should have agents we are fully well equipped. Now, every polling station, okay, then before be fully equipped for able for transmit information as soon as they get them. The process of election, once they establish a polling center, all polling stations get 300 registered voters. At the morning, all man come, observer then come, party agent then come, then show you the seal, and show you the box say empty, then seal them, then put them, voting starts. When voting done, then call on a back, una come, una look at the seal, establish say yes, now the seal land the way they put na money, una broke am, then separate all the way the inside and count. When they count right then and there, then go fill the reconciliation form out. Then give every agent a copy, then stamp a copy na the wall. Okay? That agent they take that copy, they call in coalition center right away for say that this number now again at this polling station. That's a process. And if you follow that process, 80% of the malfeasance could be dealt with, could be cut. For say somebody they grab no, just go play game and put one before 049. And we say, well, they know gazette the results so unable for challenge them. It not make sense to me in any shape or form. But I guess with the tripartite, if we ensure, say, waiting the inside the tripartite, it's adopted, clearly adopted, most of them things then they not gonna happen again. Where somebody go put one before zero, when me get my own form na me hand, we say 049, but you won't form me under say 149. When are the same form na in the right span. Some of them things not make sense at all. You should be optimistic. So you go bail ball over somebody here, they find out say a week, you find out say you know get all what you need for manage elections. But what you cannot stop, what you cannot do at the election cycle. The election cycle, now one day, now constitutional mandate, it's going to happen every 5 years. There must be election. If you extend yourself now for a particular reason, for a particular period of time, but you cannot do it unendingly. It's not possible. The work so. And like I say, with this tripartite, if we ensure, now I want me government, I want me party, for pay more attention, but bringing a party to compliance and ensuring we're ready for the next election. And not say make tripartite, They will go after Trapapa, but for they spend all this time they run after government, where we know very well say by the end of this year, na electioneering period, governance not it. For make you vent for somebody go na parliament, go sit down, they make law. It's difficult to. So if we not get most of this done now, by the end of the year, OrWanKasu, now waste of time. Because you can have all the laws in parliament, but you are not parliamentarian, they also forget symbol. Okay, time for going to parliament. Okay, now election term, one man they run around for fen symbol, for fen who that they come. Now ain't get for happen by the end of this year. Okay, so we should be, yes, putting things in place for get as much done by the tripartite as possible, but at the same time, get our party in compliance. One big problem we have, the executive we will get, the term of office be done from February 17. Okay, then they and a 6 month extension. Okay, where is realized by PPRC, they accommodate that only one time. When you go beyond August, we not get convention. Then you not get new executive. You don't create room for confusion. You not go blame APC in a big party, on man get mind of your own. Me and you go say, you know what, beer, let the party go before. So man go say, no, I dey challenge that wire. If they're not able to do what they need for do within the time where they know of is 3 years, and then they add 6 months, then let them come on. Let parliament can take over. That would plunge us into confusion. So any right mind APC, not for sit down and look face and begin say, I dey sorry for person. Not sorry for person, this now business. Okay? Now business will for be very transactional. The way things they go, not appear like say we they get convention by August. And if we don't have convention by August, apart from the fact say now a violation of the constitution, we say the 10 will not in office 2 years before the next election. We for don't elect a flag bearer. Apart from that, we also don't create confusion for let somebody say no, they are for come on and bring the work and between. That can even give the government an insight for say well we can extend the time because they are not ready yet. Now the main opposition. So as we the whole SLPP for be democratic, we ourselves the APC must be democratic. We must be seriously democratic. So then here we need for the tell them, we need for make we executive understand, make we multitask as best as possible. But if we say now one thing no more how they do at a time, we're going to fall short. The election cycle is the election cycle. SLPP cannot change that, my brother. We will have an election. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I think so we are going to have another discussion another time on this particular area with APC, SLPP elections and stuff like that. I think that would be another interesting thing for discuss. But I've enjoyed this discussion here with you today, and I'm not surprised. But for the benefit of the one that we actually don't come in while the discussion may go on, please tell us who that's now Ajibu Jallo, Ajibu Tijan Jallo. Tell me again.
So Ajibu Tijan Jallo, na the first chairman and leader of the APC, President Shiaka Probin Stevens in Grand Pekin. In Gyal Pekin, France, the politician, Paul Human, them, me, I was born and first boy Pekin. That's Ajibu Jallo. Ajibu Jallo, na an academician. Ajibu Jallo, na somebody we, they in the United States for quite a while. But then in 2002, Ajibu Jallo na be 1997 na be a founding member of the APC chapter in New Jersey, and then eventually became the also a founding member of the Ohio chapter. We set up then chapter then day. When this issue of chapter begin, we don't get chapter in England, chapter in America, chapter here, there, where it starts. Now 2002, President Kuruma come. Now we in the very first chapter where it got inaugurate. Ajibu Jallo was the chairman of that occasion in 2002 in Somerset, New Jersey. God bless Alex Mansare, Fode Mansare of blessed memories, Aliu Badara, Aziz Nabi. These were all strong men. we set the stage for all of this. Then I proliferate now. We read chapter all over the place. When you jazz in a day start. And I didn't come on. Ajibu eventually returned home and had a political appointment as had wanted to be in parliament like you. Of course, you be the I cause 2033. Me self be the I cause 2033. Let me first go before you come after me now later. But then, the powers that be, well, I don't say the powers that be. And as Kuruma, when I'm the leader party, it do otherwise. And not give me the opportunity for going to parliament, and not give you the opportunity for going to parliament. But hey, now we big one them. Where they see far past we and waiting God mark for you, I mark for you. But eventually, I was offered a position as a national coordinator, political and public affairs. We're the liaison between the office of the president and the people. You want to talk to president, you want to know what's that happen. I was coordinator. I mean, I been that bridge there. Eventually, I became a deputy government spokesman and eventually the government spokesman and outreach coordinator. We be the proliferate, they disseminate information, they talk for and on behalf of the government of Sierra Leone up until when the pull we come on our office, when they vote you out of office. So that's the work I have done in politics and for my party. Also, at the party level, may not be a member of the Western Area Executive under the leadership of Patso Otolu. I was director of Diaspora Affairs within the executive. So I've done a lot of work for our party, and I continue to do a lot of work for our party. And I'm very humble. I'm very humble. Like I say, this party for me, I'm a grandpa in an arrangement. So therefore, incumbent on me for do whatever necessary for keep the APC on a straight arrow and keep the APC winning. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, this platform, thank you very much, Ajibu. Really, really good for listening to you, your credentials, them. Currently, you say you're the lecturer now at the United States and stuff like that. So this platform, they celebrates the president of the Women's Congress, national winner, Comrade Ramalo Bangura, today. What would you say about Marmalo Bangura and wish him happy birthday and maybe you
Well, of
you
course,
know
of
about your
course,
wife,
of
yeah.
course. Of course, today also na a Mother's Day. My Malu Bangura Day na tongue now, but she's 100% American, and we na American na ya today na we Mother's Day. So I want to extend the appreciation and wish them not only a happy birthday, but certainly a happy Mother's Day. She'll continue to be the head and not the tail. God will continue for him the wisdom, the understanding, the knowledge on how for draw people proud of. Mariamelo was a young that I saw with my own eyes where he grew up and I say he want to be uh, women's leader. And me having been back and forth in Sierra Leone and know what it take when they say you want to be women's leader, the connection where you need the people the way you need for Sabi, I've been quite pessimistic. I'll not tell you lie. I say, I agree with you. Quite pessimistic. But now before we are, that woman starts for build the block, one block after the other, step by step by step. Where somebody they tell and say it's impossible, in gets in your mind and say God will make it possible. Now cut a long story short, Mariam Alou is the women's leader of the APC, and she's doing fantastically well. I've been
Mhm,
to the party office, I've talked to women, I've talked to
mhm,
ladies. Maybe they expect, say, this don't take America too much, you're not going to understand this, I don't style. But guess
mhm.
what? She fits right in. She's doing a fantastic job. God bless her. We hope and pray that we have more women like her. I wish her luck in all her endeavors. Wish her luck and happy birthday to her.
Thank you very much. I have to reiterate again, say I enjoyed this conversation also with you today. I hope so we'll get you back very soon. So we will get more discussion on the politics. Now the term don't cancel, we'll really go for the talk the politics, actually. So I want to say thank you to all the viewers them we viewed today. I want to say thank you to the commentaries them. We see all the commentaries them. We don't take note of all the commentaries them. And we want to appreciate Una for joining us into this discussion. Una help we for share the link still. This link is still being shared. Help me for share them so the one that will not be see waiting we just discuss so live. We'll watch them later on and then will make sense from what we don't talk about. And it's been a pleasure to have Ajibu Jalo, Tijan Jalo here for talk about this drug business with the happen. Although now, unfortunate thing, it did not end well because we are not optimistic about what thing will happen with Sierra Leone, with what we don't see so with this 40 ton. And I want to say thank you to the producer, Mr. MMBB, for bringing up the images then for we and everything and project we na this platform so that everybody will see we across the world. Once again, Mina Comrade OrWanKasu. This is the APC Diaspora online TV platform, the mouthpiece of the diaspora. And I will say until next week, we want to say thank you very much to all the background staff members, them, and all the other producers, them, and also the phases of this platform, the Sweet Bonita, the Fatia, the Maria, and the rest of them. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Dutch drug kingpin Jos Leidekkers, widely known as Bolle Jos, is suspected of being linked to a record cocaine shipment intercepted by Spanish police off the coast of Africa. Spanish authorities say more than 40 tons of cocaine were found on a cargo ship that sailed from Freetown, Sierra Leone, heading to Benghazi in Libya. The vessel was operating under the flag of Comoros. Members of Spain's Guardia Civil boarded the ship on Friday and overpowered the crew during the operation. Reports from Dutch newspaper De Telegraaf say several Dutch nationals were arrested on board. The ship is now being held in Las Palmas, Gran Canaria, as investigations continue. Authorities are now investigating whether the shipment is connected to Leidekkers, who is considered one of the Netherlands' most wanted drug traffickers. The 34-year-old Dutch national is believed to be living in Sierra Leone, where reports claim he runs parts of his drug empire. International media reports have also alleged that Leidekkers is engaged to the daughter of Sierra Leone's president, Julius Maada Bio. The reports have brought fresh international attention to Sierra Leone, especially as the cargo ship involved in the massive cocaine seizure reportedly departed from Freetown. Sierra Leone does not have an extradition treaty with the Netherlands, making it difficult for Dutch authorities to bring Leidekkers back to face justice. Last year, a Dutch court ordered him to pay 96 million euros in what became the Netherlands' biggest ever criminal proceeds case. He had already been sentenced in absentia to 24 years in prison over drug trafficking offences. In Belgium, he was also sentenced to 7 years in prison after being convicted of importing large quantities of cocaine through the port of Antwerp. However, his lawyer, Guy Wesky, has denied the latest allegations, describing them as rumours. He said it now appears that every major crime linked to Africa is being connected to his client. Investigations into the record cocaine seizure involving the ship from Sierra Leone are still ongoing.